Hello guys, today's video is going to be of Mauritius from December 2018. This is going to be of part 1, so enjoy the video. This was our first part of our trip from London Stansted to Dubai. We didn't film the rest of the trip as we were absolutely whacked from the journey. So here's our landing into Dubai. This is our trip to Casella Nature Park. This was our quad biking safari where we got to see deer, zebra, ostriches, African antelope, wild boars and many other animals. And when I mean many other animals, it's kudo all the time. Probably a couple of ostriches, but here's some clips of our journey. Okay, so these animals, even though they come over to us, they're not in any way caged or anything. In Casella, they have over 4,500 hectares of land they can roam around, and obviously where we stopped, they were pretty close. The guides had some food on them, so they come even pretty close, even the ostriches, and we were pretty scared because I don't know why, for some reason, big birds tend to like to bite me, and particularly you can see Ellie's fear in her face here. She thought she was going to get bitten. Okay, in this clip where the ostrich got close to me, I honestly thought the ostrich was going to come peck me, and as you can see by the helmets we are wearing very attractive hairnets. So as you can see here, I've just stroked a zebra. If anyone has had like an opportunity to stroke a zebra, basically it just feels like sandpaper. There's fur, and that is very, very coarse, but otherwise they are lovely animals. Wild animals are going to be dirty fur, they molt a lot as well, the fur gets everywhere. As you can see from my hand gestures brushing off the fur. As you can see from here, we finished our quad safari in very good timing. The heavens absolutely opened in Mauritius, and it was like this for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the rest of the park as there was some flooding in some of the areas of the park, so they actually advised guests to leave halfway through the day. As you can see from some of this footage, how bad the rain was. Okay, this next trip was called Aqua Soliel. We were on a boat trip over to spot a shipwreck at first. This was beached in 1902 by the corals, as you can see by the waves breaking, and then we ended up at Ils Aux Agrettes. Please let me know in the comments if I've spelled that wrong, but this is an eco park where you can't actually go on the island, but you can swim around it, as you can see here. This water is absolutely stunning around here, and some of the scenery of the mainland of Mauritius. As you can see from the eco park little island, Ils Aux Agrettes again, I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but the views were absolutely stunning on here of the main island of Mauritius. And the water is so crystal clear, it's brilliant. And then we hopped on a boat ride over to another island. And then this next island we went to is Ils Aux Fouquettes. Didn't get a lot of footage on here, but basically they had a lighthouse on top. This was a cool island, you can walk around and see the ruins. And then this part is the famous Ils Aux Cerfs island. A lot of tourist boats go around here. We can swim in that for the day. They have sunbeds you can hire for a very extortionate price. If you're on a trip, you're only here for like an hour, so it's absolutely pointless. The famous golf course is on this island as well. It has been used in PGA championships in the past. You will see this in Mauritius part 2 of me duffing up some golf shots in this. But look how stunning the water is in this island. Okay, this trip was where we went to Black River Gorges National Park. This was part of a plan we did to hire a taxi for the day, which cost 6,500 Mauritius rupee. I'll put the conversion rate from when it was in 2018 when we went. But this area is known for long-tailed macaques, as they have Hindu temples around the area. As you can see, they had little babies. We were very, very fortunate to find a sort of a little troop of macaques around at the moment. As you can see, the big alpha male sitting there just having a scratch at the moment. Some tourists did get a little bit too close to monkeys, and I hate it when tourists don't respect animal spaces. As you can see, these guys are just playing around. They're not bothered about us being around 10-20 foot away. And as you can see, one of the cute little babies just being carried around by the monkeys is absolutely adorable. We actually got quite close to get this footage as well, which was quite privileged. And as you can see, this male here just pounces towards the tourist because he just got too close. He showed his teeth as well, which we didn't capture, but he's pretty darn vicious. This part of the trip we went to Vanille Nature Park on part of our taxi that we hired for the day. Correction from earlier, it was 3,500 Mauritian rupees for the taxi. The adult ticket to get into this park is 450 Mauritian rupee, and they have all sorts of cute little creatures like fruit bats. I was going to say fox bats because they've got a similar resemblance, obviously, their faces to foxes. So these are very cute little guys you can see in the park, as well as some other animals. Fruit bats in Mauritius, they're abundant, they're everywhere, but they do have to cover their crops with netting around, because fruit bats at night, they like to come around and eat most of the fruit, hence the name fruit bats. So this next part we saw was the crocodile part. Obviously we went to go and see a show where they were feeding the crocs at the time, and obviously all the crocs come together because obviously they want pieces of chicken and stuff. You can hear by their ferocious jaw snapping, they've got so much power in them jaws that they just rip them off. This was a great show to see. Unfortunately, the commentators, Mauritian is sort of a French speaking island, so we couldn't understand a word they were saying in French. They did translate it in English. So it's pretty cool to see them getting that hungry, as well as the tortoises here. Now these tortoises, they range in Vanille. They have areas where they're newborn tortoises, so they're really small, to tortoises that are like 80 to 100 years old, and you can buy these little sticks of leaves to feed them, which are probably like 10 to 20 rupee each. Some of the guys say you can feed multiple tortoises on one stick, but some of them are so greedy it's just not possible. You can't do it. And you know, these guys are really cute as well. Such an old creature on the planet, they are adorable. You can feed them loads. We bought a few sticks to feed them, and as soon as you get a stick out, they just come wandering over towards you because they're like, food, nom nom nom. So they eat all them, which is pretty good. So as you can see, the tortoises, they do love being stroked and petted on the neck. Their skin, how I can describe it, is sort of like old and wrinkly and leathery kind of thing, if you want a really good description of how they feel. And also, while we're here, one of the rangers said when they're laying down, sort of like this, what Ellie's doing, you can tickle their necks under their shell and you can make them stand up, which I absolutely love. They love being tickled under the neck. Okay, as you can see, this is Ellie's first attempt at trying to get the tortoise to stand up and tickle its neck. Unfortunately, she did. When she was doing it, it looks rather wrong, but she got her hand crushed at one point because its back legs come up, so obviously tilting in the opposite wrong direction. Didn't go too well. Ellie didn't have any luck making them stand up. However, when you see my go in a second. They all come swarming around me. They absolutely loved it. I think they all wanted to get in on the action of being tickled around their necks. Oh, they're so cute though, and I actually thought I was going to get bitten by them. But you're going to see now, this is just stroking him. He was already up, but some of the others were coming around too. Okay, as you can see, this is how you make a tortoise stand up from its legs from resting, by giving it a tickle at its neck and just under its shell. Look at it, it loves it. There's one behind, just wanting to get in on the action, having a little stroke and a tickle. I think there was another third one just coming in behind me to my left that wanted to get in on it. And we just have one clip to the end at the moment that I found pretty hilarious, of 2 big tortoises humping and the third one wanting to join in. Okay, so you've made it to the end of another video. Thank you very much for watching. If you do like it, or anything you want to know about Mauritius at all, just leave us a comment down below. We're more than happy, we'll reply back to you. And we shall see you next week for Mauritius Part 2. So thank you for watching, guys. Bye.